Well, I have to pinch myself that this all started with my college graduation film, A Grad Day Out. Um, I mean, there's techniques and the skill levels have all gone up since then, and yeah, just the legacy of it. I always remember being surprised, first of all, by someone coming up to me and saying, "I grew up with your films," because I thought, oh, that was only 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's wonderful to see.
It's so nice that these films, and some I've been a part of and some Nick made before I joined the team, but it's very nice to get that feedback that it was so important to somebody's childhood in what they were watching, what entertained them, or kind of hit them, or they were scared of feathers or whatever. But an emotional response from your work is always kind of the prize, really.
Nick, Merlin, thank you so much for joining us. How are you guys both doing?
Very good, thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. We absolutely love the layout of your look here. This is fantastic.
I'm good.
We're so happy to have Wallace and Gromit back in this world. We're so feverish for a movie, and this is such a delightful movie. We adored it so much.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, the thumbprint look, it's so signature for Wallace and Gromit. How has that design process changed from when you first started? Do you feel like it's gotten easier?
I mean, the characters have kind of evolved over time, but
it's the same as it ever was. Really,
the same. Yeah, it's about. On the one hand, with the modeling process, every single frame you try to keep back the thumbprints, but at the same time want to keep them as well. And the danger is now, we have amazing teams of puppet makers and model animators and that sometimes the natural tendency is to want to smooth things. So we're like, no.
Yeah, keep it thummy and funny was our catchphrase.
Yeah,
and I think it's really important that on some level the audience can. Hopefully, they're not thinking about it when they're watching a film, but like on a subliminal level, they understand that the lumps and the bumps are handmade, that it's handcrafted, that people have really made this film. I think that's very important to me.
Yeah, we read that it took like a team of 30 animators to create seconds of footage. That's mind-blowing.
Absolutely. 30 animators. I think our whole crew was 260, and we were filming for like 15 months. It's a big team effort to make a film like this.
And Nick, you have generations of fans who grew up watching your shorts and movies, and now they're passing them down to their kids, much like Star Wars. What does it mean to you to continue delivering stories that resonate across generations while building such a beloved legacy?
Wow. Well, you've really summed it up there very well. It's kind of, I have to pinch myself that this all started with my college graduation film, A Grad Day Out. I mean, there's techniques and the skill levels have all gone up since then, but it's still essentially the same thing. It's just the legacy of it. I always remember being surprised, first of all, by someone coming up to me and saying, "I grew up with your films," because I thought, oh, that was only 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's wonderful to see.
It's so nice that these films, and some I've been a part of and some Nick made before I joined the team, but it's very nice to get that feedback that it was so important to somebody's childhood in what they were watching, what entertained them, or kind of hit them, or they were scared of feathers or whatever. But an emotional response from your work is always kind of the prize, really.
I'll tell you the truth. I grew up on your shorts through PBS, and they would happen during Faulty Towers or after an episode of Faulty Towers. We're from Canada, so they were predominantly everywhere, and it was always nice to see them when I had the chance to get to watch those shorts.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic, because you never know where people are watching and who's watching. So it's great. All these years, it's had time to like soak in, and and now there's generations of people coming up and saying that was my childhood, and or that's what got me into animation.
But on the flip side, it also puts quite a lot of pressure on when you decide to make a new film with Wallace and Gromit. So I mean, they're Nick's characters, but I've been acutely aware, joining Nick to direct this film, of the fan base. I tell you, if you get it wrong, they will tell you, and they'll tell you with a very loud voice. And so for me, it's been really a huge sense of relief, and I'm immensely proud that the film has been going down so well with fans. And I know lots of people haven't seen it yet. It hasn't had a general wide release, but for those who have seen it, the response has been very warm indeed.
Yeah. Now, before we wrap up, the Wallace's inventions are always a bit, let's say, unpredictable. If you could make a smart invention for your own lives, what would it be, and how do you think it would inevitably backfire?
Oh, a good one. Gosh.
I mean, I'll go first then.
Yeah.
I think if I could invent a machine that was completely in the vein of Wallace and Gromit, with Wallace's machines just using a sledgehammer to crack a nut, they're a very complicated way to do a simple thing. I think a steam-powered pogo stick would be something that I would try to put in my life, because I do like a bit of adventure. And so yeah, something like that.
Very
Actually pointless, but good fun.
That's amazing.
I probably would get myself. I probably need a get you up machine, really, but in the morning, because I'm not known for being on time for things. Something that gets me into the car and gives me breakfast on the way to work, that'd be brilliant.
Just get Wallace's machine for real life.
Yeah, basically. So that's not new, but but otherwise, yeah. I mean, maybe we did have a machine which we haven't used. We didn't use in the film. We had this whole. I don't know if you know what this is in Canada, but in the UK we have bangers and mash, which is sausage and mashed potato, and it was a whole sausage and mash making machine that worked like an old-fashioned Gatling gun that fired the sausages into the mash.
Definitely the UK needs a gun like that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then probably cover your face with scalding hot mash. The downside of it.
Nick, Merlin, we're so grateful for your time again. I guess we absolutely love this movie, and we were also so happy to see Feathers McGraw back in the fold. So thank you so much for bringing him back and bringing all these characters back to us. And we hope we can talk to you again in the future.
Well, thank you. It's been great talking with you.
Yeah, great talking. Thank you.